facilities on the tour. So if you are unable to partake in the 1 full hour, please exit to the remaining Saturn V rockets on display in the world. Ours is from an all-flight certified hardware, and we're pretty proud of that. The other 2 remaining Saturn V rockets include parts from mock-ups that could have never flown. I highly recommend touring Rocket Park, as there's lots of great space history from the 60s and 70s in there. Plus, it's free to tour. Just ask a crew member when we return to base for more information and availability. On your left, check out those Texas Longhorns. That's right, only at Johnson Space Center can you see rockets and prize-winning Texas Longhorns all in one place. Those iconic mammals are native to Texas and part of the Longhorn Project, a nonprofit organization that operates on land leased by JSC. It provides agricultural and STEM educations to thousands of students each year. Know the name of the spacecraft that will take humans back to the moon? It's Orion. This building is also where you can find the most exclusive kitchen on the planet, catering specifically for meals that are out of this world. Food scientists at the Space Food Systems Laboratory are hard to sustainably live and work in space for the long term. Think about it like this. If you're traveling to space for the next 200 days, and you're allowed to just take one meal of your choice to take with you, what would it be? It's kind of a tough decision, right? You'll be able to see the huge liquid nitrogen tanks outside of Building 32. Tell me, is space hot or is it cold? Don't be shy, just shout out your answers. Space is incredibly cold, but the stars in our universe can make you feel incredibly hot. It's like being outside in the cold, but with a campfire right next to you. Those liquid nitrogen tanks are used to pump cold air into a massive vacuum chamber to simulate the extreme cold of space, so that scientists can test large equipment before launch to make sure that they can withstand the super low temperature. The James Webb Space Telescope went through the same testing right here at Building 32 before it launched in 2021. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you check out those stunning deep space images from the James Webb Space Telescope. Building 32 also has an array of heat lamps that we call the artificial sun to simulate how hot space can get. Large equipment like the Webb telescope and every large space vehicle since the Apollo program is subjected to both extreme cold and heat in the main large vacuum chamber before launch.
No windows.
The building on our left is home to the CHAPEA program. Who here wants to go to Mars? How do you feel about dust storms and stuff breaking while you're 227 million miles away from home? Inside the CHAPEA, 4 volunteers are living and working for over a year in a simulated Martian environment, where researchers throw all kinds of unexpected challenges and problems their way. This is a great testing site for future Mars missions, which also allow us to study human health, performance, and teamwork. Please make sure you're not leaning outside of the tram.
Touch the ground. Teddy bear, make a sound.
now approaching Building 9. The space vehicle mock-up facility on our right is the giant space toy box of dreams. It is essential for astronauts to become familiar with their surroundings and everything at their fingertips before they travel to space. By the time of launch, they need to understand how every gadget functions and how to fix it in case it breaks. They need to get comfortable moving around in their spacesuit. They need to learn how to operate the numerous space vehicles available to them, make functional adjustments to the equipment, work with robots and other tools, and how to handle any unexpected problems. Building 9 is an active training facility where astronauts, along with their support teams, will gain that familiarity. You are about to see a number of mock-ups that are specifically meant for educational purposes. This is where the astronauts have the freedom to make mistakes. You can take as many photos and videos as you'd like, but please no flash photography.
So cool. Isn't that sorry.
Please be sure to continue moving down the hallway so that we can ensure all of our tour mates get inside.
Wait. Mommy, wait.
Welcome everyone to Building 9, or what members of the media have referred to as the giant space toy box of your dreams. Here at NASA, we just call it the Astronaut Training Facility and the home of the Space Vehicle Mock-up Facility. But I will say that giant space toy box is full of spacecrafts, robots, and training simulators. Since the 1980s, every NASA astronaut has walked the floor of this building in preparation for their next
These are the
mission.
maintenance
Their primary
area.
objective is updating hardware
You could
for
work here,
space
babe.
station missions, as well as preparing for the next generation spaceflight with the Artemis program.
Mom, people are
The
there.
large white
Yeah,
and gray
this is the
cylinders
job
on
of
the right
Daddy.
side of the facility underneath
Me?
the American flag are full-scale mock-ups of the International Space Station modules. The modules that you see here are a mixture of low, medium, and high-fidelity mock-ups. They are used to train the astronauts that will travel to the ISS in basic procedures and system familiarization. To understand the sheer size of the ISS, it measures about 356 feet, or 109 meters. It is roughly as long as an American football field. The ISS is traveling around the Earth so fast that in one 24-hour period, 2020, this started
Where?
NASA's commercial crew program.
He's already.
NASA's idea behind the commercial crew program is to allow private companies like SpaceX, Boeing, Sierra
said they
Nevada,
replaced
and
the
others to
old Blippi because
collaborate in missions to the ISS.
thing.
This allows NASA the ability to focus more time on developing
Oh,
new
there's
spacecraft that will
Blippi's
allow us to travel
partner.
back to the moon and eventually to Mars. Speaking of the commercial crew program, if you look to the left of the Soyuz, you will see a white capsule surrounded by a blue staircase. That is the Boeing Starliner.
Wait,
The Starliner is a roomy capsule with a seating capacity
Blippi
holding
is
up to
in
7 people.
NASA?
It is
With
designed to
his-
have the ability to land on land as well as water. The next step in the world of space exploration is the Artemis program. The Artemis missions will help take humans back to the surface of the moon as close
Well,
as
good thing Blippi
2025.
isn't
It will
famous.
also send humans further into space than ever before. The program will give us valuable information that will help us succeed in our mission of reaching the surface of Mars. Because these missions are a huge collaborative effort from so many countries, it supports. Please be sure to take any last photos before we move down to the second half of the building, and once again, no flash photography.
The more bundled up they get, the more calm they seem to get.
Clinical research takes place. This is where the astronauts are cared for, monitored for physical and mental health, and studied for health risks associated with the effects that space can have on their bodies, from past, present, and future missions. When you sign up to become an astronaut, it's kind of a lifelong career. For example, Scott and Mark Kelly are both astronauts, and they're twins. NASA conducted a year-long study on them in which Scott was in space aboard the ISS and Mark was here on Earth in order to understand the effects that space has on the human body. We now know that astronauts lose 1 to 2% of their bone density for every month that they're in space. That helps us to understand the need to make sure that our longer-term space voyagers don't develop osteoporosis. Being in space can even affect our eyes. Because our eyeballs are filled with fluids, their shape can change with the effects of gravity. Some astronauts who need glasses on Earth find that they don't need them in space, and vice versa. Human space exploration not only benefits our collective future, but humankind's present-day experiences here on Earth.